My job now is to find you a good partner. That's what I'm going to do. So you have to tell me what you're looking for.
Okay, employed.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Tall.
Okay.
I guess they don't have to be tall.
Why tall?
I like the feeling of someone like
give me a height.
Enveloping me.
Because people are listening right now, and you know what? We have a lot of people listen to this podcast. This is a good chance to get this message out.
Okay.
Give me a height. Give me a height minimum for you.
Minimum. I think I'm really tall, so I'm going to say 6'2".
Okay.
Maximum 6'5". Anything bigger, that's scary. Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
Okay, great. You're not scary.
No, but if the hair is puffed up,
6'5",
6'7", 6'7". So yeah, no, but I'm 6'4", so I would still slide in under the bar.
Okay.
Well, probably not for other reasons, but we'll talk about those later. Impotence. Okay. Old war injury. So 6'2". What else about this fellow?
Let's see. Employed, nice, attractive.
That's it.
We have to have things in common. A good sense of humor.
Right.
Likes to tee-hee-hee.
Because I didn't understand what you meant by good sense of humor, so I'm glad you said likes to tee-hee-hee.
Yeah, I'm just trying to clarify.
Yep.
Big hands. I like big hands because I have big hands.
That's a strange one, I have to say. I like big hands.
Yeah, I like big hands.
Have you ever, sometimes I've been hanging around with someone, it's not something you think you notice right away, but then eventually you look down, you'll be talking to a guy, and then you'll see that his hands are just so tiny.
So tiny.
Yeah, and it's a little, I know what you mean. You think they're up to something.
It's a little jarring. You ever see Scary Movie 2?
A long time ago, yeah.
Oh, and he's like, get my good hand. And it's just a tiny hand. I don't no tiny hands. Okay. I like big, meaty hands.
Okay. What if a guy tricked you and wore like fake gloves?
Or got a bunch of bee stings.
Okay. Or got a bunch of bee stings, but just had big mitts.
Swollen.
But they tricked you. They tricked you because they heard this and they checked every box and they said, I can't wait now to date and become the long-term boyfriend for Nicole Byer. And then they reached over to shut off the app that had the podcast on it and looked down at their hand and it was this tiny little hand. And they tricked you.
I guess if they went through the trouble of getting a realistic prosthetic hand to make it seem like a bigger hand, I think I could forgive it. I could be like, wow, you really did something nice.
Right. And then in the end, you realize I didn't care about that all along.
Yeah, I cared about
you. Realize,
you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'll be like, I'm shallow. And then I go through a journey and they've taught me so much. And it's great. So that's my love story.
Well,
their hands have to be big enough to honk my titties.
I was just thinking that if they're too tiny, you'll get more of
Yeah.
It's just doing it for you, Nicole.
Big honks.
Oh, God.
I'm like, no,
it's,
I just need big honks. Oh my God, get your prosthetic hand out. And honk on my titties.
Hold on a second, I'll go get it. Hi, Nicole. A wonka, 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 wonka.
And that's me coming.
Do you ever say that as your orgasm? And that's me coming. That'd be fantastic to announce it that way.
I might. That's really funny.
You should look to a camera. You should have a camera there so that you can look to the camera. And that's me coming.
And that's me coming.
And then little credits come up. Produced by, directed by, wardrobe
Conan,
by.
are you putting me in a porn?
Well, yes.
I don't think I could do a porn.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Just because I'd be like worried about my performance and the angles.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
So all the other questions that might come up wouldn't bother you at all. What's this doing for my psyche? All that kind of stuff.
No, I think that's all fine.
Okay.
I'm just like, the angles, like, do we have them all?
Right.
And then also it's like, you've shot like scripted shit. You get it from like different angles, like a wide, a mid, a close up. Like,
yeah.
Do they do that in porn?
Well, first of all, the times I've been involved in porn or even contemplated it, I've always insisted on director's cut. I want to be able to sign off on the final product and say, I'm not happy with this shot, I'm not happy with that shot. Many of my comments about my work, my complaints have been about my actual body. So we've done CGI and stuff like that.
I see.
We've enhanced everything. And we've come up with a very different product in the end. But if you ask for control, you'll be quite happy.
Okay. I feel like you're doing a bit, but... think that's good advice. To ask for control.
I loved it for a second. You thought I was actually really contemplating doing a porno.
I don't know. Maybe. I've thought about it. I don't know if it's
really
good money.
I'm just going to, I don't know.
I don't
think
know
it would be
either.
good money.
You looking at me?
Well,
We both looked at you.
And it is. Trust me.
Yeah.
It's great
But
money.
is it?
Oh, no, it can't be unless
'Cause
you're
there's
a
a
name,
lot
I
of
think. You have to be a
porn.
name.
How do you become a name in porn?
Well, you're already a name, so you could just go into porn and then you've done it. You know what I mean? You go, reverse engineer it.
I'm going to say, I don't know. First of all, I don't think the money would be that great.
Me either.
I really don't think so. And
What about softcore, like Skinamax porn? You
Does
know
that still exist?
It should.
I'm sure it does.
It should.
Where things get all,
You're looking at.
where there's like everything it's all foggy.
Yeah,
right? It's all
like
foggy.
filmed through Vaseline or like pantyhose on the lens. And not because of a cinematic technique.
It just was random that there was
Just
pantyhose
got
on
thrown.
Just got thrown and they
Yeah.
said, keep rolling.
Yeah.
No, I think these are all bad ideas.
Okay.
I think these are all bad ideas. I think the important thing that you should
again.
stick to is, I like this mission that you have to find a real person to be with, who is going to be your partner, your confidant, your best bud. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, whenever a couple's like, that's my best friend, I'm like, ooh, that seems nice. A best friend that you get to fuck? That's like a double-double.
I've had a hard time finding that Hallmark card. Where's the best friend I like to fuck cards? Right over here. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Well, that's the only thing is, I mean, over the years, and when you've been talking to me, you've been quite vocal about physical attributes you're looking for a guy
Yes.
and sexual needs and things
yeah.
like that. And so that might be intimidating. There might be some guys out there
I
that,
would like a big dick.
well, I know, but if
I can't believe I forgot that.
yeah, but you don't, that may be intimidating to some guys who feel they don't measure up in that department.
Okay.
And then they think, well, I can't. And maybe there's a guy who is just sort of normal, average, and he now thinks, and he'd be a fantastic partner for you.
Okay.
But he now feels that that's not possible.
I'll revise it. I would like a dick that's nice.
What do you mean? Like it?
Nice, like kind.
Yeah.
Yes, a kind, giving dick.
It does volunteer work. It does volunteer work.
Yeah, it
It's,
feeds hungry children.
Yeah. It tithes. It gives up 10% of its income to charities. I like a tithing dick. It just gives to very good,
A very
good services.
complimenting dick.
Yeah, exactly.
No, just like nice to look at.
Yeah. Handsome dick. You want a handsome
A
dick.
handsome one, yeah. Or someone who knows how to use it. Or we could just go get another one. If you could get a little dildo or something.
Oh, I thought you meant have a transplant.
No.
Okay.
I don't think they do that.
They don't.
Because you can't get, like, who's
They do
donating their
not.
dick?
They do not.
Why are you saying it like
Trust
that?
me. Trust me. Trust me. They do not.
positive.
And it's a crime.
Maybe one day in the future
We're
they
the
will.
richest country in the world with the most sophisticated. And you'd think that people would put a little bit of effort.
They'll put one right next to it, but they won't swap it out. Right next to it.
I have 7 different sizes.
Like a pan flute?
Yes. It's a pan flute, basically. You can play all kinds of complicated songs on it.